Koa still keeps summoning the will.
Mike! Crossroads by Cody! Cover! Rhodes retains!
Hey, what's going on YouTube land? It's your boy TJ and welcome to my YouTube channel, Wrestling Nostalgia, where I give my reviews on WWE shows and PLE events. And today we are going to be reviewing SmackDown, which they are premiering on USA Network. Yes, I'm shocked by this. I never thought I would see, a day where SmackDown be on USA Network, but hey, here we are. So before I get into my review, just go ahead and get a thumbs up, a like, push my video through the algorithm. Yeah, you know how this goes. So let's go ahead and get into the review. So we open up SmackDown with a steel cage match. Well, before we get into the steel cage, I'm going to just talk about briefly. Triple H came out briefly, get the crowd hype, and was talking about, his yesteryears of wrestling on the first SmackDown ever. Which a little history lesson. The Rock is the reason why SmackDown is in existence today. I mean, SmackDown Hotel and all that other stuff, all them catchphrases, like, come on, like, the math is mathing. But anywho, this is when he said, look, you know what I'm saying, with no further introductions, I'm about to just go ahead and give y'all what y'all want. We gonna open up with that steel cage. So we start off with our steel cage match. Cody Rhodes putting up his Undisputed Championship against Solo Sikoa, the challenger, and they started off hot and heavy already, which, I mean, why would anybody be shocked by that? So Solo Sikoa and Cody Rhodes already start off, try to swing at each other, but Cody Rhodes is kind of getting the better of Solo in the first half of this match. They're trying to figure out who's going to taste the steel cage first, but to no avail. After a little bit back and forth later, Cody Rhodes winds up making Solo Sikoa eat the steel, like, on all four sides, and he's just, like, smashing his head through all the sides of the corners. And then this is when he ended up, so after that, this is when Cody Rhodes tries to throw himself into Solo Sikoa into the cage, but he winds up, like, backdropping him onto the cage. And now Solo is in control, and he winds up slamming him into the cage while he's caught in between the cage and the ring ropes. So he's just slamming him, and he, from here, just, beating him up and everything like that. I remember at one point in the match, Cody Rhodes wound up doing, like, a super cutter off of the steel cage. That was really crazy. Another spot is when he, off the cage, he jumped onto Solo in the crossbody. I was like, oh my goodness, I thought that man was going to be out of here. I was like, damn, he's really trying to take him out. It was another point in the match where Solo did, like, a superplex off of the steel cage. Like, I was like, oh my goodness. And it looked like Cody landed, like, on his back area, more so like the back of his neck more than his back. I was like, ooh. But towards the end of the match, Solo Sikoa looks like he wanted to close in on this match and with his solo spike, but he wound up missing and getting hit with another crossroads. And then 1, 2, 3, Cody Rhodes successfully defends his WWE Undisputed Championship. I tell you one thing, this better be the last time Solo has a WWE Championship match for quite a while, because he done lost 2 times back to back, and now he doesn't have the, oh, well, Roman Reigns cost me my championship opportunity, so, oh, I would have won it if it wasn't for him. Well, nobody interfered this time, so now, like my good sis Mercedes Monet said,
so you need to get in the back of the line, bitch.
Because I don't want to hear no more excuses anymore. You are not in contention for the WWE Championship anymore. You had your chance. Now, hit that line, baby. Hit that pavement and get the walk in. Because no more. I don't want to see it anymore. Don't get me wrong. You wrestle well, but no. Simply because no. But of course, this is not where everything ends. Because the bloodline comes in, yay! Whether it be before, during, or after the match, they were going to get involved, like, duh. So they wind up getting in the cage. He winds up fending for himself, but he winds up getting hit with a solo spike. Then he gets beat up in the ring. But of course, this is when Roman Reigns comes out. His epic return. Everybody knew this was going to happen, right? So he winds up, 4v1 on Roman Reigns. And of course, he takes out the tag champs by itself. Of course, he gets hit from behind by Solo Sikoa, and he's getting beat up on, and I believe Jacob Fatu winds up getting into it with Roman Reigns as well. And then it looked like Roman Reigns and Jacob was going to go ahead and go one-on-one at one point. and Jacob actually locked himself in the cage with Roman Reigns, but Solo winds up pulling him out, was like, no. So he winds up now in the cage with the tag champs, and they wind up beating up on Roman Reigns a little bit, and then Cody Rhodes winds up coming to and helping out Roman Reigns, and they wind up beating up on the tag team champions, aka Tama Tonga and Tagaloa, and you know, they laid out, and now these two are the only ones standing in the ring, and this is where this segment ends. Unfortunately, once again, Cody Rhodes is an afterthought, and he is the world champion of all things. And speaking of things, the Ulafala, the bracelet thing, oh my goodness, seems like more of a priority and more importance than the prestigious WWE Championship. And mind you, the world title is over there too on Raw, and that even feels more important than the WWE Championship. Whew, I tell you one thing, WWE did not do Cody Rhodes any favors with that draft lottery, but we're going to see where this storyline is going to lead to and develop in the upcoming weeks of SmackDown. But Cody, I'm sorry, but this reign of yours is not doing you any favors. In this next matchup, it is Michin versus Piper Niven. This match starts off with Michin already like going out swinging, and this Piper Niven winds up pushing her away. Then Piper winds up charging after her, and then she winds up going through the ropes. Then Michin winds up running and diving out from the inside the ring outside and landing on Piper Niven. And then this is when she kicks Chelsea Green in the face, and then Piper Niven gets like in the ring or whatever while she's busy with Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green winds up getting hit with a kendo stick for her troubles. And then as she turns her attention back to Piper Niven, who's her opponent, because I mean the referee can't disqualify her because she's not a legal contender in this match, she winds up getting steamrolled right on over and then gets put back in the ring. Piper Niven tries to do like a top rope move or something like that, but she winds up getting caught with the back body drop from the second rope, I want to say. And then Michin winds up hitting her eat defeat in 1, 2, 3. Michin wins this match, but Chelsea did not like that kendo stick that she took, so she winds up beating up on Michin, and then she winds up getting the trash can and hitting the Unpretty Her on it. And this is where the segment ends. I tell you one thing, I don't care what nobody says about Chelsea Green. I love me some Chelsea Green. I love her character, the whole comedic role and everything, whether they take her more seriously on NXT and actually give her like a go in the ring, or whether she is more comedic on SmackDown and not taken so seriously, it doesn't matter to me. I love it. I love everything about it. Give me more. In this next matchup, it is A-Town Down Under versus KO and his mystery partner. So, drum roll, please. It was Ricky. Some guy named Ricky. Don't know who this guy is. Anyways, ain't wrong. Because what happened was KO wound up getting on the mic, and A-Town Down Under was laughing because nobody knows this guy, and they just thought it was going to be a walk in the park. And KO said, "What are you guys laughing about? We're going to take you guys on, and even though he's not my first choice, we're going to get this on." So then this is when one of the people, I guess production, told him that your partner is actually here tonight. So he says, "Oh, well, sorry, Ricky. No offense, it's just business." So he winds up stunnering him, and Randy Orton comes out. Yes, that's his real partner. So he comes out. He's the tag team partner. It starts off with the Aussie icon, Grayson Waller, and KO. They wind up mixing it up, and then he winds up rolling out the ring before he could do his little swanton, rolling senton, or whatever you want to call it. KO tries to do, and then they wind up fighting and just brawling outside of the ring until Grayson Waller winds up doing Randy Orton's little backdrop on the announcer's desk, which he did that on KO, and he winds up posing like Randy Orton and everything like that. And then sidebar, also Austin Theory did that too while Randy Orton was doing his little pose and stuff. He all like, go ahead. So then after commercial break, we come back, and KO and Grayson Waller wind up fighting and everything like that. And, you know, a little bit back and forth later, KO kept trying to like tag in Randy Orton, but little cheap tactics here and there, trying to play keep away with KO. So then finally KO winds up rolling out the ring, rolling back in the ring, tagging Randy Orton. A little bit back and forth later, Randy Orton runs wild and everything like that. You already know how this thing goes. Randy Orton winds up hitting his DDT along with KO. They wind up both hitting the draping DDT. Randy Orton hits his KO. Kevin Owens hits his stunner. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton picks up a big win over A-Town Down Under. I mean, did you think anything else was going to happen outside of that?
To Kathy Kelly.
In this next segment, it is Nia Jax, the women's champion. She comes out to the ring and she says that just a year ago I made my return. Then the following year she won the Queen of the Ring, which was easy. Then she won the women's championship. It was easier. Then Nick Atlas told her that she's going to defend her women's championship at Bad Blood, and she said she doesn't care who her opponent's going to be because she's going to annihilate them. This is when Bayley comes out and basically, make a long story short, she wants to challenge her for the women's championship. Nia Jax says that you're in no position to challenge me or demand anything from me. So this is when Tiffany Stratton winds up coming out in the mix and in the fray, and she says that you're out here begging for championship matches and I don't have to. I'm the youngest Money in the Bank. Bayley says that I beat you last week, so I guess that, you know, qualifies her to be in contention, I guess. So this is when Naomi comes out and she says, oh, y'all not gonna be beating up on my bae, not on my watch. How about if y'all want to fight, we could fight. So she comes in the ring and Nia Jax winds up coming up with a proposal. She says, since y'all both want an opportunity at the women's championship, how about we make things interesting? Instead of y'all going against each other for a #1 contender spot, how about you two face us two, and whoever beats the team of us gets an opportunity at the women's championship. But if one of you loses, well, when one of you loses, one of you have to leave SmackDown for good. So we're going to see what's going to happen, because this is going to take place next week, I'm assuming. And we're going to see what's going to happen. Is Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton going to win and, you know, have to say bon voyage to Naomi or Bayley? Or is Bayley or Naomi going to get an opportunity at the Women's Championship at Bad Blood? We're going to see. In this next matchup, it is Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes for the #1 contender spot for the United States Championship. Whew, I tell you one thing, this match just started off hot and heavy, and I don't never get tired of these two fighting each other, honestly, because they always find new and innovative ways to get me invested and interested in their feud. But anyways, no further introductions. As Andrade is, you know, making his entrance and everything, he comes in the ring. He gets attacked from behind by Carmelo Hayes, and then from there, the referee, you know, break it up, and then they wind up fixing it up again after the bell rings. Carmelo Hayes is like beating him down in the corner. Andrade wind up fighting back. They wind up outside the ring. Carmelo Hayes winds up getting hit with the Spanish Fly by Andrade. Off of the barricade, they wind up flipping on the outside. That was just a crazy spot. Then after the commercial break, they're still fighting it out and everything like that. I believe Carmelo Hayes was in control, but I'm going to just go ahead and go right into the end of the match. Carmelo Hayes winds up on the top rope, and it looks like he's going to hit a Hurricane Rana, but he winds up getting flipped over, and then he gets back on the top rope, or the middle rope, and then he winds up getting hit with the message, and it like a double arm chicken wing spin thing on the second rope. And 1, 2, 3, Andrade is your #1 contender and the winner of this match for the United States Championship. So we're gonna see if it's gonna be a Bad Blood, or I guess sometime next week or in 2 weeks or whatever, for the United States Championship against LA Knight. And speaking of LA Knight, LA Knight winds up coming down and congratulating Andrade. And he says, well, the only thing you won was to the hit it and quit it sweepstakes and catching 3 the hard way. And when he's getting dropped on his head and trying to figure out who, where, and what he is, he's gonna find out whose game it is when everybody is saying LA Knight, yeah. So we're gonna see where this feud is gonna lead to. Is it gonna be at Bad Blood or SmackDown or whatever? But if I had to pick, I believe it's gonna be on SmackDown, and then I feel like Carmelo Hayes is gonna like drop in on that match and, you know, make it a triple threat. Or should I say the Nick Atlas is going to make it a triple threat after ruining the match. I don't know why. I just have a good feeling that that's what's going to happen. And then we're going to get a triple threat at Bad Blood. But again, we're going to have to see what's going to happen in the upcoming weeks leading up to Bad Blood. This championship haven't been defended on a PLE event since SummerSlam. And I don't understand how... I swear, like, that's another problem with the booking with Triple H. Like, this whole only doing 5 matches on a PLE event. I'm trying not to get high, but it is what it is. But anyways, this is where the segment ends, and we're going to see what's going to happen between Andrade and LA Knight. Let's keep it there. In this next segment, it is Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, and they have an interview segment. So Bianca Belair says that we got our women's tag team championships back. We had one hell of a week. We lost it briefly some months back, but we got it now. We're gonna be fighting champions. So Jade Cargill says that we giving out that work, come apply, and if you want it, come get it. So, you know, it is what it is. Come on here and still your women's tag team champions. So Bianca Belair said, whoever want it, come get it, come get it, come get it, come get it. And then this is when Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton comes in, and Nia says that, did you hear about what happened to Naomi? They was like, oh, what happened to Naomi? She said, nothing yet, but if she sticks her fat nose in my business, something will. So this is when she like leaves the cutscene, and then she winds up coming back and she said, oh, I forgot to tell you congratulations on your women's tag team championship victory, and even though your guys are the tag team champions, remember I beat both of you to be the queen of the ring, so this is still my kingdom. See ya. So this is when Tiffany Stratton says toodles, and after they leave, this is when Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill says bet. So it looks like they're gonna be pretty booked up and busy, because Damage Controller after their tag team championships, and now you have a tease with Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. I tell you one thing, I'm here for it. In this next segment, we start off with Nick Atlas and Roman Reigns in the ring, and he has a contract, and Nick says, with our unique relationship that we have and everything like that. And then Roman just is like, look, we ain't gonna talk about all this. Just give me the contract. So he winds up getting the contract, and then a microphone in his hand. He basically says that some things change, but not me. I'm still Roman Reigns, and with or without the Ula Fala, I still am the tribal chief, the only tribal chief, the original tribal chief. This is still my WWE, and it's still my reign. So this is when Cody Rhodes comes out, and he basically tells Roman Reigns that this was your WWE until I beat you at WrestleMania for the WWE Undisputed Championship. So I'm glad that they didn't go too much with this back and forth thing. They both dropped their mics, and it looked like they about to go ahead and go back with each other. But this is when Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu comes out, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and get in the ring. But this was a setup for the Tongans to go ahead and attack from behind both Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. But they wind up combating with them and wind up shooting them away and beating them up. Finally, Cody Rhodes goes ahead and signs the contract. So wait a minute, pause. So I meant to talk about this earlier, right? He said that he was done, like right after the whole cage match with Solo Sikoa, that he was done with the bloodline. And then you come out anyway to interrupt Roman, and you said that, you know, basically now that you want parts of the bloodline again, and you signed the contract. So I don't get it. But anyways, this is where this segment ends. I guess they didn't have anything else for Cody Rhodes to do but insert himself into the bloodline business again. Because he has no other opponents, because who is he gonna fight now? Apollo Crews? Like, what's gonna happen? Like, he's not interesting without the bloodline. Let's be honest. Let's be for real here. Let's be completely clear. He is not interesting unless the bloodline is into the fray. So let's just go ahead and just say that this championship reign is a dud, okay? And that's it. But anyways, this actually was a really good and decent SmackDown, honestly. For it to be a premiere SmackDown on USA Network, this was new, fresh, and exciting, and I'm not gonna lie, I was here for it. But comment down below, how did you feel about SmackDown? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Worst show on earth? Comment down below and let me know. And as always, like, share, and subscribe, and all that other good stuff, and help me grow this channel. Your love and support is greatly appreciated. And peace, TJ, I'm out.
You're so pretty.